What's up, everybody? For the past few weeks, there's been one movie that has taken over all the talking points. It is becoming quickly the best movie of 2025. It is time to review Sinners. Let's go. What's up, everybody? So listen, I reviewed this movie about a week ago, but I only did a non-spoiler review. After reviewing it, looking it over, I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna put that one out. Let me do one review because I really have so much to say. So let me do one review that can give you guys everything that I feel. So my non-spoiler portion is gonna be very, very short. Two questions: was this movie good? Yes. Is it worth seeing in the theater? Absolutely. If you're on the fence, see this movie. There goes my review from a non-spoiler standpoint. Now we're going to get into the spoilers. If you have not seen it yet, go ahead and stop the video. It's time to talk spoilers. First of all, this movie is the best movie of 2025. And for me, it is my favorite vampire movie I have ever seen. Ever. I've seen vampires from Dusk Till Dawn. The cool thing about this movie is it reminded me of so many other awesome movies. There's a little bit of Django Unchained in this movie. There's a little bit of From Dusk Till Dawn in this movie. A little bit of vampires in this movie. A little bit of everything. And all of it was done well. Ryan Coogler did a great job directing this movie. And Michael B. Jordan, for my taste, this was his best performance of his entire career. More so than anything he's ever done, and it was far and above his best. Not only to play two different characters, like he's playing twins, but to give them each distinct personalities that made you root for one for for this reason and one for that reason. But together they made a dream team. Absolutely amazing. One of the good things about this movie is the time it took to invest you and get you invested in the characters. Smoke and Stack twins, their respected girls that they're with, and their stories. Their stories of their brotherhood, their stories of them individually, and their stories with their girls. All of it was very deep. And I wouldn't mind seeing another movie or prequel movie to talk about them. One of my buddies sent me a TikTok video about a person talking about what the types of prequels or sequels that can come from this movie. One of them I really would be interested in, which would be a prequel of the Smokestack twins in Chicago and what led them to come back to Mississippi and everything that happened in between then. But I digress. So you had them and their respective girls. You had Delroy Lindo's character. Now, mind you, I've seen this movie. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks since I've seen this movie. So my mind's a tad bit foggy, but I remember it pretty well. So Delroy Lindo's character, the old school musician that joined them, the doorman, all of them you had time to get attached to them. Even the couple in the mart that helped them to get their supplies and came to the party with them. And with all the great characters, let's not forget the main character. Preacher Man was great. I haven't really seen him in anything else that I would really pay attention to. Maybe he has been in something, but I don't think I've seen anything with him in it. He was amazing in this movie. From the opening scene of just the look he had in his face after just going through what we see him go through later on in the movie, to the decisions that he has to make throughout the movie. He was a very, very good actor. So that's the first thing for me. The second thing for me is the depth of the story. You have these twins coming back. It's right just removed from slavery days and the sharecropping time, but it's still a very heavy racist element in the area, and it was very segregated back then. And you feel like it was a beautifully filmed movie that made you feel like you're in that time frame and made you feel like you were going through what the cast was going through. That's my second thing. The third thing, the vampires. Remy, I believe that was his name, the head vampire. He was incredible, absolutely incredible. had so much charisma and character, and you just want to see him on screen more and more and more. Another thing from that same TikTok video that a guy had mentioned, he wouldn't mind seeing a prequel with Remy and the Indians that were chasing him, in the middle parts of the movie. I wouldn't mind seeing that either. That'd be interesting to see. So that's my third thing, and the fourth and final, but last but not least, the music. Oh my gosh, some of the greatest music I just ever heard in cinema. I have never had such a immersive experience being in the theater to watch this movie. I was on the edge of my seat. I was so just engaged in this movie, and the music was a good part of it. I'm tapping my feet. I'm moving around with the songs. Like I'm into this movie 100%. Now, even more with the music, what I also loved is the music displayed different cultures, and different cultures at their best. This kind of movie that was set in a sharecropping day, that was set still with the underlying tension of racism there, could have been one of those movies we've seen in the past where you walk away with this like hating a certain race, or feeling like, oh wow, that was really a rough movie to watch. This movie celebrated race, different cultures. It celebrated the best of different cultures. Even for Remy and his and the songs that he did to accentuate and celebrate his culture, it was just so well done. And the attention to detail here, when you first see Remy approach the couple in the cabin, you wouldn't think that music would have anything to do with him at all. And then him and the two of them show up. He's a banjo on his back, and like it just whenever I thought it couldn't get any better, it just kept getting better. And Preacher Man's song in the barn, where it showed the past and the present. Like, I know what happened to most of them in the van. Like, if it wasn't for the vampires, I would have loved to have been in that room partying with them. It just looked so much fun. Everybody was just in their own world, and the best of what their culture. I repeat myself now. The best of what their culture represented was through that song and in that moment. I also loved how they actually went into the different lores of vampires. They really went heavy on the must be invited in lore, which I thought was great. And not a lot of vampire movies, recent vampire movies, do that as much as they used to. So I really like that. I had such a good time. Again, my favorite vampire movie I've ever watched. Definitely the best movie of 2025. And I had to think about it. It might be the best movie of the decade for me because of the different layers to it. Now, had they not had the vampires involved at all, you still had a very, very solid movie. But the vampires were the icing on an amazing cake. And I just cannot say enough about the music. The music was absolutely phenomenal. Everything. This was a 10 out of 10. Perfectly crafted, perfectly filmed, perfectly acted, perfectly executed movie. I loved every single second of it. And I cannot wait to watch it again. If you have not seen this movie, well, you wouldn't go this far if you haven't. But if you don't care about spoilers and you've heard this and still want to see it in the theater. In the theater, please. One of the greatest theater experiences that I've ever had. Absolutely love this movie. That's my review, Sinners, guys. I want to know in the comments, what did you think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Was I on point here? Was I way off base? You let me know. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you guys next time.